Hey everybody, welcome to today's video where we will explore this profound quote by Josh Billings that I found in a book written in the 1800s entitled The Art of Money Getting, Money Hints and Helps, How to Make a Fortune by P.T. Barnum. The quote goes, necessity beget invention, invention beget convenience, convenience beget pleasure, pleasure beget luxury, luxury beget riot and disease, who between them beget poverty, and poverty beget necessity again. I was so captivated by the quote, and I decided to do this short video on it. I think this quote is a good hint that can teach us about mental and physical wealth creation. Now, in my videos, I generally end with the slogan, brain health is mental wealth. I focus on us increasing our mental wealth, our ability to use our mind and our thinking to solve our problems in life and to create the life we want. And many of us have money problems or money challenges, or we simply just want to create more money in our lives. And many of us want more money because we believe money would make our lives easier and better. Despite us knowing that having more money can potentially do this for us to some extent, for many of us, having plenty of money eludes us still. Now, this insightful quote by Billings shed light on the intricate cycle of wealth and poverty. By delving into the nuances of wealth creation, we can cultivate what I call mental wealth or mental prosperity as a priority, paving the way for enduring growth and success. Let's dive in. The foundation of mental prosperity. I share this visual here because this person with an empty jar in front of them feel like they don't have enough. They feel unworthy. And many of us at some point in our lives have felt this way before. Mental prosperity or mental wealth is essential because it fosters abundance and possibilities for growth, regardless of the starting point. A physically prosperous individual with a scarce mindset can struggle in the cycle of wealth creation as their mentality limits their growth potential. You see, your starting point is your starting point. It's how you psychologically see and interpret the starting point. You actually really did start with an empty jar. It's just an empty jar. It doesn't actually mean anything other than maybe the jar is empty. But if you start with an empty jar and you start with, I'm not worthy, I don't have enough, they always keeping me down, they're keeping me from my dreams, they're keeping me from the life I want. Now what you've essentially done is that you've built on top of the empty jar, psychological barriers that will keep you from being able to create the life you want. What happens is that the psychological barriers become the blocks that keep us from creating the life we want, that keep us from living our dreams, that keep us from taking that chance of building that business or having that new relationship. It's those psychological blocks that become subconscious barriers to us taking present action. You can have an empty container like this, and you can feel empty within, and you can either see this as something that you can't overcome, as a hindrance, or you can see it as an opportunity that allows you to pour abundance in it. So you can see this as not enough, scarcity, or you can see this as opportunity to fill up from within. A good book recommendation that I have for you that I think everybody should read. I thought it was an excellent book, an excellent beginning journey on personal development for anybody, is this book by Carol DeWitt called Mindset. If you subscribe to my blog, it's one of the recommendations that I make for you is for you to read this book. It will bring some unconscious things about yourself to your conscious mind about your mindset. Embracing the spirit of invention. When you have a spirit of invention, you can have various sort of jars, let's say, and you can say, this is for this is for that. I'm going to create this. I'm going to have this kind of car. I'm going to live in this kind of house. I'm going to save this kind of money. It's that spark of invention that comes into play when you embrace the spirit of invention. To spark invention, we must first accept a sense of inner emptiness. Start with the empty jar. Similar to an alchemist who acknowledges his or her inner poverty, but remains undeterred to transmute whatever is in hand to what they want, instead of yielding to hopelessness. See, you have to be undeterred. If this is where I'm starting with all I need. That's mental wealth mindset. This mindset empowers us to transform our perceived limitations into valuable opportunities. Just as an alchemist transmutes base metals into gold, by adopting this perspective, we can deepen our understanding, overcome despair, and unlock our true potential for growth and creation. As Regan Hillyer emphasized in her Mind Valley talk on becoming a conscious millionaire, begin quote, we can only hold what we are willing to receive consciously and unconsciously, and money needs containers in your life, end quote. Envision this container as a mental vessel designed to store new inventions like freshly minted wealth. By transforming into the alchemist of our minds, we can concentrate on mental wealth, ensuring a harmonious balance and fostering sustainable growth. Be mindful that as we invent and fill the void within, we create convenience. Convenience presents a double-edged sword, teetering between laziness and the hunger that initially fueled our invention. Imagine walking a tightrope. Once we achieve success, the challenge lies in maintaining our drive without becoming complacent. Managing this delicate balance is crucial, as it can significantly impact our lives and future achievements. Mental wealth is needed to maintain the balance. You can have a mental jar within that's filled with mental wealth, or you can have a jar that has you having a lot of wealth, but you also have a mindset of scarcity. Mental wealth is more important than physical prosperity because it enables us to thrive in any situation. This is the reason why some people who are very wealthy, if they were to ever lose their money, would probably lose their mind or even kill themselves, because they're more reliant upon their physical prosperity than they are their mental wealth. See, when you have mental wealth, you can have nothing and still be wealthy. You can have nothing and still build physical wealth, because you know that you have everything that you need within your mind to build out what you want physically. While physical prosperity can provide temporary satisfaction, mental wealth helps us navigate the cycle of wealth creation with resilience, anti-fragility, and adaptability. Just think about the stock market and crypto and how it goes up and down and up and down and up and down. When you have mental wealth, you're able to ride out these cycles of up and down and not lose your focus, because your mental wealth has a long-term vision of what you're creating. Pleasure and balance. When you have a filled jar of all of what you envision in your life, you have a sense of enjoyment. But when you have this enjoyment, you also have to have restraint. If convenience fosters inner laziness without the counterbalance of hunger, it can pave the way for unchecked pleasure. Picture pleasure as a spirited horse, neither inherently good nor bad, but requiring a steady hand to rein it in. With or without conscious effort to maintain balance, pleasure can ultimately lead to the birth of luxury. Fostering mental wealth helps to maintain balance to pleasure as you navigate into new luxuries in your new life. This is why sometimes they say that when people win the lottery, they lose the money really fast. It's because all of a sudden you have this influx of all of this luxury without balance. When you have all of this influx of luxury without balance, the pleasure that birthed the luxury sometimes can get out of control and you end up losing it all. This is why you have to foster mental wealth. Fostering mental wealth. To foster mental wealth, engage in activities that promote personal growth, such as learning new skills, practicing mindfulness, embracing self-reflection. These practices help build a mindset of abundance and open-mindedness essential for navigating the cycle of wealth creation and not letting pleasure and luxury ruin your life. The double-edged sword of luxury. Luxury amplifies exposure and opportunity. Remember, I was talking about the lottery winner who all of a sudden comes into all of this wealth and fortune and then loses it 6 months or a year or 2 years later. Instead of building that money into more money, it's because luxury amplifies exposure and opportunity, making control essentially necessary if you want to maintain that luxury on any level. Pleasure gives birth to luxury, which is why taming pleasure is crucial. When pleasure is indulged without restraint and luxury is experienced untamed, it can unleash chaos and turmoil. The unbridled pursuit of pleasure can lead us to lose focus, discipline, and balance. Add unchecked luxury to the equation, and the neglect of balance and control can spawn riot and disease. Mindfully maintaining balance and exercising control in the presence of luxury can help us steer clear of the pitfalls of excess. If we don't control our use of the excess, we can find ourselves engaging in behavior that we would have normally not engaged in. So even though you may have all of this money, that doesn't necessarily mean you want to go to the strip club every week or buy every brand new car that you like. You got to have some balance there. The cycle of continuous growth. Filling your jars, your mental jars, with new ideas, inventions, represents a new cycle of wealth creation. If we lose focus, discipline, and balance, the cycle that could have catapulted us to new heights of wealth creation may instead draw us back to impoverished thinking. It is in this state of mental poverty that necessity emerges, urging us to create and innovate, as highlighted in Billings' quote. By harnessing the potential of necessity, much like a slingshot, we can propel ourselves forward without getting stuck backwards. Intentionally nurturing our minds with creativity and balance enables continuous growth without succumbing to self-defeating cycles. By upholding balance through the cycle and prioritizing mental prosperity, we can consistently forge new levels of invention, new levels of wealth, and new levels of opportunities. Keep in mind, though, that the same cycle can lead to chaos and disease if balance is neglected. With awareness and intention, we can sidestep the pitfalls that result in impoverishment of life and mind, using the momentum born from necessity to achieve even greater success. And remember, this cycle starts over and over again. The question is, where do you start in the cycle? Do you start with an empty jar because you had a new idea that you want to fill up? Or do you start in poverty with a defeated mindset because you feel like somebody else did you wrong and they owe you something and you won't pull yourself up? You won't do what you can do because all of what you need to pull yourself up really is in your mind. By understanding this cycle of wealth creation and the importance of mental wealth, we can create mental and physical prosperity in our lives. Embrace the spirit of invention. Strive for balance and nurture our creativity to achieve sustained growth. Now it's your turn. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Share your experiences, insights, or any questions you have in the comment section below. And if you're looking for more inspiration and resources on personal development and wealth creation, be sure to follow me. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and to subscribe to my blog at shaunspeaks.org. Thank you for watching this video on mental and physical wealth creation. If you found this video helpful, please like, please share, and please subscribe for more insightful content. Together, let's prioritize mental wealth and create a balanced and prosperous life. I would also like to invite you to go over to my Amazon affiliate site at melanatedhaven.com for your support for me. Thank you so much. This is Shaun Speaks, and remember, brain health is mental wealth.